Younger women consistently pose a particular inquiry to mature men, yet 97% of you remain unaware of its true significance. You perceive it as ordinary dialogue. You believe it's merely superficial conversation. You assume they're simply exhibiting politeness or engaging in routine banter. Meanwhile, as you deliver some mundane, shallow response, completely blind to the actual dynamics at play, the chance vanishes before your very eyes. Here's the crucial insight you must grasp. Women, particularly younger ones, attracted to mature men, don't initiate contact using masculine approaches. They won't directly approach and declare, "You're attractive to me, care to spend time together?" Female psychological patterns don't operate that way. Rather, they establish entry points. They plant subtle clues. They pose inquiries that appear harmless superficially, yet carry layers of underlying meaning, deliberate purpose, and welcoming gestures. Without the ability to interpret the genuine question, without recognizing the welcome concealed within the inquiry, you'll continue overlooking chances with women who are actively attempting to signal their receptiveness. Before we proceed further, if you've grown tired of overlooking these cues, if you're prepared to genuinely comprehend the reality behind these exchanges, press that like button immediately. Join this channel's subscriber base and activate notifications, because the information I'm preparing to disclose won't merely enlighten you, it'll fundamentally transform your approach to dialogues with women. Let's examine precisely which inquiries younger women pose when they're genuinely expressing interest, and crucially, your appropriate responses. The initial inquiry, likely the most frequently misunderstood by men, occurs when she inquires about your occupation. Superficially, this appears like typical acquaintance-building dialogue. People universally ask this, correct? It's simply fundamental casual conversation. However, when a younger woman questions a mature man about his work, she's not merely collecting professional details. She's evaluating something far more profound. She's attempting to comprehend your identity, your motivations, your accomplishments, your genuine passions. She's measuring your position, your drive, your directional purpose. She's determining whether you're drifting aimlessly through existence or genuinely advancing somewhere meaningful. Here's the vital aspect most men overlook. Your delivery method matters exponentially more than your actual profession. You might possess the world's most remarkable career, yet answering with uncomfortable humility or self-dismissive remarks instantly broadcasts inferior value. Conversely, you might hold an entirely average position, yet answering with authentic enthusiasm and defined purpose immediately demonstrates superior value. Let me illustrate how most men fumble this. She inquires about your work. He responds, "Oh, I'm merely an accountant, nothing remarkable, quite dull actually." This response absolutely destroys any attraction she potentially experienced. You've essentially communicated that you don't appreciate your work, feel ashamed of your profession, and perceive yourself as commonplace and undistinguished. Why would she feel enthusiasm about you when you lack excitement about yourself? Now, observe how a high-caliber mature man addresses this identical question. She asks about his occupation. He states, "I operate a financial advisory company. I assist enterprises in organizing their frameworks to enable expansion without collapsing. It involves strategic-level troubleshooting, which genuinely captivates me." Identical fundamental profession, entirely different energy. This response exhibits confidence, demonstrates purpose, reveals you discover significance in your work. It welcomes additional questions. It generates curiosity. It proves you're someone who has constructed something and embraces pride in it. The situation becomes increasingly intriguing here. When a younger woman questions a mature man about his work, she's frequently simultaneously evaluating economic stability without addressing it explicitly. This isn't materialistic opportunism. This represents evolutionary psychological patterns. Women possess innate drives to evaluate a man's capacity for provision and protection. Within contemporary society, professional achievement serves as a substitute for those primitive survival characteristics. Therefore, answering this question involves more than describing your employment. You're transmitting your establishment level, your dependability, your capability to maintain a consistent presence in her existence. Marcus Aurelius documented that a man's significance extends no further than his aspirations. When she questions your occupation, she's genuinely inquiring about your aspirations, your determination, your purposeful direction. Respond with assurance and precision, and you've successfully navigated a significant evaluation. The subsequent question younger women pose when expressing interest toward mature men, and this carries substantial underlying meaning, is: do you frequent this location? Or variations like, are you a consistent visitor here? Have you visited this establishment previously? Most men perceive this as merely conversational initiation, something uttered to eliminate awkward silence. However, when a younger woman poses this question to a mature man, she's actually constructing a structure for subsequent interaction. Consider the underlying meaning. Affirming regular attendance essentially reveals where she can locate you again. You've provided intelligence regarding your behavioral patterns, your routines, your schedule. You've simplified her ability to arrange another meeting if desired. Stating this marks your initial visit, establishes an opportunity for her to assume the knowledgeable role, the directing position, someone capable of offering orientation or suggestions. Regardless, she's building mutual foundation, generating connection, creating pathways for sustained interaction. Yet here's where most mature men err. They respond with basic affirmation or negation, then remain standing awkwardly, allowing the dialogue to expire. They fail recognizing this question constitutes an invitation toward continued conversation, toward increased sharing, toward establishing reciprocal exchange that develops rapport. Let me demonstrate proper handling. She inquires about your visit frequency. Most men state, yes, quite consistently, then nothing follows. That's a conversational dead end. Here's the superior alternative. Yes, I've patronized this place for several years, truthfully. It remains among the rare city locations where genuine conversation occurs without screaming over dreadful music. What prompted your visit this evening? Notice what transpired. You addressed her inquiry, disclosed something regarding your preferences and principles, then redirected toward her with a question inviting her to contribute more. You've sustained conversational flow, demonstrated social awareness, shown genuine interest in her as well. Alternatively, if declaring this marks your first visit, you might state, no, first experience. A friend suggested it, though he neglected mentioning the exceptional atmosphere. Have you been attending long? Again, you've responded, incorporated your personal observation, and welcomed her to perpetuate the conversation. You're not merely reacting, you're participating. You're proving you understand creating conversational momentum. Epictetus instructed that we possess 2 ears and 1 mouth, enabling us to listen twice as extensively as we articulate. When she poses these questions, she desires engagement, not monologues. Provide her with substantial material to develop, then welcome her to reciprocate sharing. The third question, and mature men nearly universally misinterpret this, occurs when she asks, what's your connection to the host? Or, how do you know people present? Or, what brought you to this gathering? Superficially, this resembles standard social mapping, merely attempting to comprehend the context, identifying social relationships. However, when a younger woman poses this question to a mature man, she's executing something considerably more sophisticated. She's measuring your social worth, your network, your placement within whatever social environment you're occupying. She desires knowing whether you're a central character or peripheral one. She wants understanding if others appreciate you, respect you, actively pursue your company. Because here's attraction's fundamental truth. We experience attraction toward individuals whom others find attractive. This phenomenon is termed social validation, and it ranks among the most potent attraction catalysts existing. When she inquires about your social connections, she's genuinely asking, are you someone others appreciate? Are you socially integrated? Do your circles respect you? Your response to this inquiry either enhances or reduces you in her perception. Here's how most men ruin it. She questions your host connection. He states, "Oh, we previously worked together years back. I haven't genuinely maintained contact with numerous people from that period." That response subtly transmits that you're insufficiently connected, that you've permitted relationships to decay, that you're potentially isolated or lacking social value. Now, observe a superior handling method. She asks about your host connection. You state, "I've maintained acquaintance with him for approximately a decade. We collaborated on a project that achieved excellent results, and we've remained close subsequently. He's among the rare individuals I genuinely allocate time for." That response communicates you maintain enduring relationships, that you're discriminating regarding your investments, that you're someone worth maintaining connection with. It's confident without appearing boastful. It demonstrates social worth without excessive effort. Here's the advanced technique. After responding, you incorporate something like, "How about yourself? I haven't observed you at his previous gatherings." Now you've accomplished something powerful. You've subtly implied you regularly attend these assemblies, that you're acquainted with the social terrain, that you're an established member, not an outsider. And you've also generated an opportunity to discover more regarding her social positioning. When she reveals she's new to this social sphere or attending with a friend who knows the host, you've just identified that you possess superior social worth in this context compared to her, and that perceived elevated value generates attraction. Seneca documented that we experience suffering more frequently through imagination than reality. Most mature men imagine they're at a social disadvantage with younger women. However, when you exhibit robust social connections and respected positioning, that imagined disadvantage vanishes. Question 4. What are you drinking? The fourth question younger women pose when expressing interest toward mature men, and this becomes incredibly revealing once comprehended, is, "What's your beverage?" Or, "May I purchase you a drink?" Or, "What's recommended here?" Most men perceive this concerns beverages exclusively. She's thirsty. She desires a suggestion. She's exhibiting politeness. However, when a younger woman questions a mature man about drinks, particularly if she offers purchasing one for you, she's executing something very particular. She's manufacturing an excuse to remain within your vicinity, to prolong the interaction, to possess justification for continuing conversation with you. Consider the logistics. If she inquires about your beverage and you inform her, she now possesses usable information. She can order identically, establishing commonality. She can question you regarding your selection, prolonging the conversation. She can utilize it as a foundation for discussing preferences, experiences, narratives. If she offers purchasing you a drink, this becomes even more significant. She's reversing the conventional dynamic where men are anticipated to purchase women's beverages. She's exhibiting interest through action. She's investing in you, and investment generates attachment. The more someone invests in you, the more they rationalize that investment by persuading themselves you're worthwhile. Yet here's where most mature men completely bungle this. When she inquires, "What's your beverage?" they deliver a single-word response: whiskey, beer, wine, then silence. That's a squandered opportunity. Here's proper handling. She asks about your beverage. You state, "I'm enjoying a Negroni. It's among those beverages people either adore or detest. No neutral ground exists. Something about the bitterness resonates with me. Are you a cocktail enthusiast or more a wine consumer?" Observe your accomplishment. You addressed the question, disclosed something regarding your preferences and personality, established an opportunity for playful disagreement or agreement, and questioned her in return. You've converted a simple beverage inquiry into a conversation about taste, personality, preferences. Alternatively, if she offers purchasing you a drink, here's most men's response. Oh no, that's unnecessary. I'm fine. Appreciate it. That's rejecting her investment, shutting down her connection attempt. Here's the superior statement. That's uncommonly forward of you. I appreciate it. I'll accept another of what I'm drinking if you're genuine about that offer. Now, you've recognized her boldness, accepted her investment, and established a playful tone, adding some tension to the interaction. When she returns with your beverage, you can state, "Now, I'm curious what I accomplished to warrant that," generating an opportunity for her to explain, to disclose her interest, to perpetuate the connection. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that the obstacle becomes the path. When she offers something, don't perceive it as an obstacle to masculine conventions. Perceive it as the forward pathway in the interaction. Zacharias, question 5. Are you here alone? The fifth question, and this carries absolute significance that most men entirely overlook, occurs when she asks, "Are you here solo?" Or "Did you arrive by yourself?" Or "Where are your companions?" Most men believe she's merely determining the social situation, comprehending who accompanies you, perhaps evaluating if you're available for conversation. However, when a younger woman questions a mature man about being alone, she's genuinely investigating simultaneously. First, are you accessible? Not merely presently, but generally. If you're present with a girlfriend or spouse, she requires knowing that before investing additional energy. Second, do you possess sufficient confidence to attend places independently? This might appear contradictory, but a man comfortable attending social venues alone demonstrates elevated value. It reveals he doesn't require an entourage for security. It shows he's socially calibrated adequately to navigate interactions independently. Third, can I obtain your complete attention? If you're alone, she needn't compete with your friends for your concentration. She can interact with you directly without group dynamic complications. Your response to this question discloses considerable information about your confidence and social intelligence. Here's how most men botch it. She inquires about being alone. He states, "Yes, my companions couldn't attend tonight, so I simply came independently." Somewhat awkward, truthfully. That response radiates insecurity. You've just informed her you're present alone because you couldn't convince anyone to accompany you, and that you feel uncomfortable about it. That's inferior value. Here's a vastly superior response. She asks if you're alone. You state, "I am. I've discovered that some of the finest conversations occur when you're not distracted by accompanying people. Additionally, I appreciate the liberty to depart when desired without coordinating with anyone else." That response reframes your solitude as a decision, as a preference, as an independence and confidence marker. You're not alone from lacking friends. You're alone from choosing to be. Alternatively, if you're not alone, here's proper handling. She inquires about your friend's location. You state, "I arrived with several people, but I granted them permission to explore. I find group conversations at these events tend toward pretty superficial levels. I prefer connecting individually." Now, you've communicated that you possess friends. Therefore, you're socially valuable, yet you've deliberately separated from them because you appreciate deeper connection. And you've subtly suggested this conversation with her surpasses whatever your group is doing. Epictetus thought that it's not what occurs to you, but your reaction to it that matters. Whether you're alone or accompanied by friends, frame it as a deliberate decision serving your preferences. That's confidence, and confidence is magnetic. So question 6, what do you do for fun? The sixth question younger women pose to mature men, and this becomes surprisingly direct once you comprehend its genuine inquiry, is what activities bring you enjoyment? Or what do you pursue when not working? Or what are your recreational interests? Most men perceive this as fundamental acquaintance-building information, comprehend